Oh yeah.
Well, it's not going to get light until about 8:30, but we are out here exploring because we're ready to go. 7 a.m. It is hilly and we're out of breath. Here is the Hippodrome at early morning with views of the Blue Mosque there. That's really beautiful. Wowzers. And these obelisks are some of the oldest artifacts in this very old city. So this ancient racetrack was used for games, the Hippodrome, by the Byzantines. Ooh, our first Turkish breakfast. This is exciting. Oh man. So the interesting story about the Blue Mosque here is that when the Sultan was first building it, he had to destroy some of the vizier's palaces in order to make way for it, which depleted some of the already low finances of the city, and so they were pretty mad, and so they forbid anyone to come here. But then they got over it when they saw how pretty it was. This is an impressive rug. That's the Golden Horn of Istanbul. We're right there. We are about to go into the Topkapi Palace. The only bridge in the world to connect two continents, Europe and Asia. A lot of churches were converted into mosques when the Ottomans took over, but this one was converted into an armory. There's certainly a lot of these cute little guys everywhere. He loves a good science and math museum. This place is humongous. Oh my god, everywhere you turn there's just so much to look at. It's a dinner cruise. It's very exciting. There are a lot of boats here, and they keep sending us to different boats. They're like, nope, you're not on this one. Nope, you're not on this one. So hopefully this next one will be ours. Third time's the charm. Let's see if this is us. Woo, don't fall. Boat is taken off. Going by the palace. And going up under that bridge there. outside waiting for the belly dancer.
We're hiding outside because the belly dancer is pulling everybody from the audience up to dance.
He's hiding, but also so are all of these.
It's like a bunch of people just hiding outside.
Meanwhile, the dancing is going in on it's just... Well, we are in our delightful Turkish room. It's very Turkish. It's a private suite. We have our own like stairs, and it looks out on this such cute street. Just really adorable street out there.
All these fishermen just work for the city. They're trying to feed the hordes of cats.
Up, up, and away. This used to be a Genoese quarter in the Byzantine era. And this was built by them in the 14th century. Then it was a dungeon under the Ottomans. So that is why I'm going to leave Tony here. No reaction? I finally have a height advantage over Tony.
You were just wishing to be super tall yesterday.
I can wish a lot of things and then unwish them. It's my prerogative. I know what I want to do. You're flying! Videotape inside the palace, but these were the heir apparent's apartments. Not nearly as ornate, but still quite beautiful. I feel like I'm there. Oh wait, I am. We have to keep putting these on our shoes, and Tony's feet are a size 14, and he has so much trouble. These are guinea fowl, or guineas. And other people in Europe call them
Turkeys. But people in Turkey call them Hindi, or Hindi bird, because they came here from India. But everybody else in Europe thinks that they're from Turkey. And so that's why when Europeans got to the US, they saw birds that looked like guinea fowls, and they called them turkeys.
Which is why we have turkeys. Here we are going to find miniature versions of all the major Turkish sites. Neat. We're gonna go see this one in 2 days. This one's in Ankara, the capital. The Mausoleum of Ataturk. There's a lot of stuff here we're gonna see actually. Here's the clock tower of Izmir. And we're also going to Pamukkale. This is basically a preview of the rest of this video for you guys. And the Aspendos Amphitheater. Ooh, and Cappadocia. We're definitely going there. Oh, this is trippy. What you doing there, Tony?
Eating corn on the cob.
And I finally got some chestnuts. Yeah, there's a lot of people just eat corn on the cob right off the streets. It's a big thing. Some morning adventuring, and we found ourselves a tunnel. We've head out to explore the Balat and Fener neighborhoods, which are supposed to be colorful and authentic, up-and-coming neighborhoods here in Istanbul. Cathedral bells this morning. I've not mentioned this yet, but all of the stray dogs here, and there are many, are gigantic. They're all huge. to Europe. This is Tony's first time to go to Asia. For real. You're almost there. How do you feel?
Very excited. We are getting ready to drive a rental car to Italy.
How exciting. Also, it's a little bit nerve-wracking, but I think we've got all the insurances, like all of them. Like we have bonus insurance policies for all
We
the
got snow chains, a parachute.
bubble wrap for the
A
entire
raft.
car.
Yeah.
We are now heading to Ankara. We looked up many videos on how to pronounce things, which is the capital of Turkiye, and has as long of a history as Istanbul and as varied of a history, but has not been as large of a city historically. In fact, it only got it only became a large city after independence when it became the capital. But we are going to see a whole lot of history there, and we're just have one day, and we're just going to zoom through on our way to Cappadocia. So get ready. We have arrived in Ankara, and it is really a massive city. Much bigger than I was anticipating, and the traffic getting in was a bit hectic. But we're here, and there was free valet parking, which was very nice because we just wanted to pass the car off and get into our room after that long drive. So here's the room. Fancy, fancy. Really, really delightful breakfast here this morning, man. Almost all of the museums in Ankara are included on our Turkiye museum passes. Some of the oldest ruins in this city. This was something of a resort city for people who lived in Constantinople and wanted to get away to a drier climate. Complex is quite extensive. Just imagine taking a bath here. And here is the Temple of Augustus and Rome. This is where they have the most well-preserved version of the achievements of Augustus, which is basically like a propaganda instrument where they kind of like said all of the things that are amazing about Augustus all over the empire. And if you're one of my students, you know that I have mixed feelings about Emperor Augustus. So I have a little smirk on my face when I'm talking about him. But still very, very historical, an interesting place to visit. So here is the inscription that is remaining. It's barely legible. Nice view of the castle we're gonna go visit. We found an empty, quiet place in this madhouse of a city, and it's a little bit awesome. Meow. The cuneiform tablets. My students would be very interested to see. This is what we call Assyrian looksmaxing. We have a friend who wants to come with us. They're not shy. They want food. That's not a real guard. Screams of tortured prisoners. I don't know much about the people who are prisoners here, but looking at the list on Wikipedia, they're novelists, travel writers, activists, philosophers, scholars, academics, and so I really want to know more. I'm very curious as to why they were imprisoned. Unfortunately, all the signage here is in Turkish, so I'm just looking at the Wikipedia page. here's an example of a poet that was imprisoned, and it was because he broke a penal code that said you cannot have a secret organization. But here's a guy who was a student, and it said that he was sentenced to death for incidents. And then he was executed, but we don't know why, and it's such a mystery. Museum of the Republic. So modern history. There is a lot of dedication to Mustafa Kemal Ataturk, who is known as the father of the Turks, all across Turkiye, but especially here in this museum and here in Ankara, which was the capital that he established after the Republic was formed. We've never seen this. This is a garage door for the parking garage, but it's actually an elevator. I can't really tell that it elevated, but hopefully our car is going to be inside it. Oh, there it is. We came to Ataturk's mausoleum, and as we're coming in, they made us get out of our cars, do a car search, and go get all of our luggage out of our car and go basically through airport security, which was not unexpected, but kind of a fun little adventure. So be prepared for that when you come to visit. There's wild parrots here. Look at these guys. I don't think you can hear it, but they're all eating so loudly. I can just hear them crackling. All right, now we are on to Cappadocia, which we are very excited about, and where we will pick up with the part 2 of our video series. It's been really fun visiting Istanbul and